Hello, welcome to today's video. We're going to be watching Game of Thrones Season 2, Episode 4. I wanted to talk a little bit about last episode. One, the audio was kind of messed up. I just felt like I was really loud. Maybe it wasn't as bad as I'm making it out to be, but I just felt like it was really, really bad, so I'm sorry about that. More importantly, we got some good comments. UINEN, Unin 9029 pointed out we saw Renly Baratheon, the youngest brother of King Robert and Stannis. He's married to Margaery Tyrell, and he's the king that when he came on and his girl or the queen, I was like, oh, I've never seen these characters, but he's the king that they were referring to. So he is the one that is in a love affair with Margaery's brother, Sir Loras Tyrell. So I appreciate the comment. Very helpful. I do remember him speaking with Ned, and I remember him and Sir Loras Tyrell in an earlier episode. I didn't recognize Margaery Tyrell because I don't think we've seen her at all. So that just kind of threw me off. But now that you mention it, absolutely, we've definitely seen him. And then Robert said, this is how being a weakness can be a compliment. Tyrone has enemies who want to hurt him. He loves Shay very much and would be hurt if someone would harm her. So that's a compliment. So he's more vulnerable. The imp is more vulnerable, which makes her a weakness to him. So that makes a lot of sense. So I really, once again, I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate the feedback. I want to learn from this and move forward and really try and wrap my head around what's happening with these episodes. So we'll jump right into it. Leave a like if you're excited, and let's get to it. Wow.
Oh, you're a right little prick. You should see your face.
We're bringing in fart humor now. Oh my gosh. Wow, I was not expecting that. I think something is out there, though. Oh.
I swear you pissed yourself. Oh, who goes there? Oh.
There is something out there.
Yeah, don't even try me.
Wow. Okay. So there you have it. War has begun. Well, war has never stopped, I guess.
You know my family name, you have me at disadvantage.
That boy lost his foot on your orders.
They killed my father.
That boy did?
The family he fights for.
Do you think he's friends with King Joffrey? He's a fisherman's son that grew up near Lannisport. He probably never held a spear before they shoved one in his hands a few months ago.
I have no hatred for the lad.
That should help his foot grow back.
Yeah. War is ugly, but it's not, I mean, I don't know. It's not their fault. I mean, it kind of all started when they killed Ned. So, what do you expect? War is ugly. I mean, it sucks, but it's the Game of Thrones.
Leave her face. I like her pretty. And my lady's overdressed. Unburden her. If you want Robb Stark to hear us, we're going to have to speak louder.
Wow. Wow. I've got a lot of thoughts about King Joffrey. I mean, he's just a kid. So is it just in his Lannister blood? You know, gotta be like his dad, Jaime? I don't know. I don't know. This is awful. I don't know, like, it's just awful. She's definitely a prisoner. She needs to try and escape, but maybe that wouldn't be a good idea. I don't know. I mean, because Arya's in just as much trouble as she is, so, I mean, at least Arya's not getting beaten up yet. Man. Good for the imp, though. I'm glad he's back. Hopefully he can put a stop to this, because this is ridiculous.
The little king's backed up, clogged from balls to brains.
You think dipping his wick will cure what ails him?
There's no cure for being a cunt. But
I don't know if I can leave that in or not, but there is no cure for being a C word. He's got a valid point. You know, there are a lot of people out there, and there's just no cure for how they act, how they are, how they treat other people. There's no cure for that because, yeah, I mean, they are who they are. But good for the imp, man. Like I said, I mean, I've been liking him more and more. Yeah, I mean, I hope nothing happens to him. He's definitely my favorite Lannister. I don't know that he's my favorite character, but him and Jon Snow are pretty cool. Though Jon was an idiot lately, so I don't know. But we'll see what happens.
My uncle sent you.
Yes, Your Grace. He chose us himself.
I said.
All right. This guy's into some weird stuff, and he's just a child too. What the heck? I mean, that's I don't even know. Like, I don't know why he is like that. Like, I'm trying to think what would cause that. I mean, his parents, I guess, are not the greatest parents or anything, but I don't know. I guess I don't fully grasp why he's so abusive. I mean, maybe it's just the power has got to him. You know what I mean? Like, he's in charge. He can make anything happen. He can say what goes. Maybe that's what it is. But I just don't understand the abuse. I mean, maybe he thinks it makes him seem strong or whatever. But I think it makes him seem weak. It's one thing, like in the first episode when Ned Stark killed the guy that ran away. Like, that to me made sense, but he did it quick and easy. I mean, easy enough. You know, there's different ways of ruling, and definitely King Joffrey is not one of my favorite rulers.
Her to his chambers when you're finished, and show him what you've done. Well, the same thing will happen to you. Begin.
Some weird stuff. I don't I don't know. I mean, he's such a young kid. I think it's something to do with the power or the abuse. Like, I don't even know if he's aroused by it. Well, he is to some extent. I just don't think not in the way that his uncle deemed necessary. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have much to say on that. Like, I I obviously didn't enjoy watching that, but I definitely wasn't necessarily supposed to. I don't think I'm supposed to like King Joffrey, and I don't. So, I don't know. Moving on.
I am not tutored in warfare, but basic arithmetic favors the side with the greater numbers.
If war were arithmetic, the mathematicians would rule the world. I did notice your brother entering his grace's tent just now.
The place of a king's guard is by the king's side.
And on the night of your wedding, who was by the king's side then?
You seem quite interested in our marriage.
Your marriage is quite interesting. Not only to me, but to the realm. The marriage of a wealthy girl always breeds interest, if nothing else.
You've never married, have you?
I've been unlucky in my affections, sadly.
That is sad. Though perhaps it's for the best. The whole notion of marriage seems to confuse you. So allow me to explain. My husband is my king, and my king is my husband. Here is your tent, Lord Baelish. Good night.
A lot of interesting things in that conversation. Lord Baelish is definitely suspicious of things. I wonder if he knows. I mean, by the way he was questioning her, it seems that he has some knowledge of the situation, or maybe it's a widely spread rumor. I don't know. But he definitely seems to have some sort of knowledge in what is happening. Anyways, lots of interesting things, a lot of interesting conversations. Hopefully, by seeing the red here, hopefully we're going to see Khaleesi. That would be ideal, because I feel like we haven't seen her for this season. Well, we might have seen her earlier in the season, but we haven't seen her. I don't think we saw her last episode.
What do you know of this place?
Only that the desert around their walls is called the Garden of Bones. Every time the Carthians shut their gates on a traveler, the garden grows.
Really? That's all we get to see of Khaleesi? I don't know. That storyline really intrigues me. I think partly because of the dragons. Also, just the story. Like, she can't get hurt by fire. I mean, maybe it hurts. I don't know. But she doesn't die by it. But still, it would be nice to see what Arya's up to. Obviously, she is tied up at the moment. Sorry. But yeah, no, I like Arya. And hopefully the bastard with Arya is still alive and well. Or as well as he could be for being, a captive. I thought they were taking them back to King Joffrey. But maybe not. Because this doesn't look like King Joffrey's castle.
What's that smell?
Dead people.
Move.
Oh. Lovely. The smell of dead people. I thankfully am not really in tune with that smell. But, interesting. Maybe they're just... I don't know. I thought they were taking them back to King Joffrey, but I guess not. Maybe their orders are different than what I thought.
He's dead. He was my son.
Oh.
My sister was 3 days ago. My husband the day before that.
They take someone every day.
Does anyone live?
Wow. So, basically brought them here to torture them and kill them? I guess? Huh. Where is this place, I wonder, on the map? I wonder what this place is called. I mean, it looks like basically old ruins. So, but it's intriguing as far as like who used to reign there. Was there a king? Was it just I don't know. It's interesting. But clearly it's now used for evil. Well, my opinion of evil. I don't know if you can consider it evil per se, but just torturing, killing people. My modern mindset, that's evil. So, and I'm going to stick with that mindset.
Seize the moment.
I trusted you. My husband trusted you. And you repaid our faith with treachery.
No, my lady.
Get out!
Cat, I've loved you since I was a boy. It seems to me that fate has given us this chance to...
You lost your mind. Get out!
Yeah. Don't mess with the widow. Yeah. I mean, he did betray him to an extent, but he's doing everything to get ahead, I would assume. I definitely think that the Whisperer, where's his name at? I always forget his name, but the Master of Whispers. Is that right? Master of Whispers, yeah. I feel like the Master of Whispers was more supportive than Lord Baelish. So I feel like the Master of Whispers was more on his side than anyone. I don't know. I understand why she's mad. I mean, I don't know why he's trying to like flirt with her. I mean, clearly because he wants something. I mean, and maybe it is her. Maybe she's the one that he talks about all this time. I mean, maybe that's true. Wouldn't surprise me after way he acts around her, but man.
What do you want?
He wants to use you because you're a weakness in the Stark family. You're the weak one. Man, don't listen to Lord Baelish. Sneaky snake. Slytherin snake.
The Lannisters will trade your daughters for the Kingslayer.
Of course they will. Jaime Lannister for 2 girls. Robb will never agree to those terms.
I'm not bringing these terms to him. He's offered in good faith.
Good faith. What's this?
Is it Ned? Well, I mean, that's a good thing, I guess. I don't know. It's a weird gift. But it might be necessary to get her on your side. But clearly King Joffrey didn't approve that. I wonder if they put a replacement head up in place, Are we going to see it? I would imagine it's decayed by this point, to some extent. So it's interesting that he said he had Arya. I mean, I get it. Because it just shows he's using her. No matter what he does that's in quote unquote good faith. Yeah, he's just using her. I don't know. Of course they'd trade for the Kingslayer. I don't know. King Joffrey wouldn't necessarily want to do that. I don't know. Maybe he would. But it's more his mom. Man. Also, after thinking about it, it's definitely a good faith gift, to bring the dead of someone you love. I get that. It struck me as strange because, I mean, I don't know, it's just so odd, but it makes sense. Like, you know, if I think about it, if it was my loved ones, obviously I'd want them to be able to rest in peace and all that. So I get it, but it just threw me off. Oh, he peed himself. Yeah. I mean, I would have peed myself too.
You think a few bolts of cloth will make you king?
No. The men holding those bolts of cloth will make me king.
We shall see, Renly.
Renly, the night is dark and full of terrors.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, kill each other off, and then Lannisters will take over. Man. Wow. I don't know. I feel like King Stannis doesn't have as many men. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about the Lord of the Light. I don't know. I'm not, like, against it. I just don't really know enough about it to see if what they're believing in is actually worth standing for. I don't know. Interesting. That was a lot of information. A lot of stuff happened in that conversation there.
And I'm no lord, merely a humble merchant. They call you the Mother of Dragons.
And what should I call you?
Oh, my name is quite long and quite impossible for foreigners to pronounce. I am simply a trader of spices. But we are the 13, charged with the governance and protection of Karth, the greatest city that ever was or will be.
The beauty of Qarth is legendary. Karth.
Might we see the dragons?
My friend, we have traveled very far. We have no food, no water. Once I see my people fed, I would be honored.
Forgive me, Mother of Dragons, but no man alive has seen a living dragon. Some of my more skeptical friends refuse to believe your children even exist. All we ask is that...
Yeah, he's got a fair reasoning for not believing they exist. I get it. I'd be intrigued to see how the dragons are doing. Because, I mean, if they have no food, no water, where are the dragons eating? But, yeah. Intriguing settlement. Definitely intriguing. It really, like, Gus is going to laugh at me for this or make fun of me for this. But this whole meeting right here just reminds me of Civilization when you meet a new settlement. They're like, "Greetings, loved one. I am king of something something." It's just giving me Civilization vibes, where you've just stumbled across a new city or a new town, and they're like, "Nope, that's not how you say it." I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that, but I would also like to see the dragons. That would be nice.
What are you doing? You promised to receive me.
We have received you. Here we are, and here you are.
You do not let us in.
I like this guy. Here we are, and here you are. Yeah, I mean, they received you.
All of us will die.
Which we shall deeply regret. But Karth did not become the greatest city that ever was or will be by letting Dothraki savages through its gates.
Khaleesi, please be careful.
So, why doesn't she just show them the dragons? I mean, I feel like if she showed them the dragons, they would let them in. But no, instead, she wants to charge the armed spearmen. This is going to be fun.
I will vouch for her, her people, and her dragons, in accordance with the law.
Be it on your head.
Oh, interesting. Wasn't expecting that. But, yeah, let's hope Khaleesi actually doesn't destroy them. I mean, they're pretty weak right now, so they should be alright. No war with them. You could become allies or friends.
Welcome to Karth, my lady.
Wow. I thought he was just figure of speech, the best city that ever was or ever will be. But man, they opened those gates. That's a pretty nice city. It's huge, beautiful, awesome. I'd like to live there for a couple weeks. That's pretty cool. Oh, lovely. Interesting turn of events. I don't know that this makes the situation any better. having a Lannister join them definitely doesn't make it any worse for the bastard, at least. Could make it worse for Arya because she hasn't been chosen yet. But interesting turn of events. And can we just go back to the city with Khaleesi? Like, that was beautiful, guys. That's awesome. I realize, I mean, it looked like it was probably a green screen, but it was a decent green screen, unlike the one a couple episodes ago. But that was decent. It looked beautiful. Like, I want to live there. Definitely don't want to live here where they're torturing people in the ruins of the city, but very interesting.
Kneel, or I'll carve your lungs out, boy.
You'll do no such thing. This one's a girl, you idiot. Dressed as a boy.
Well, that's too bad he knows. I don't know if he knows it's Arya, but I do like that. You idiot.
Why?
Safer to travel, my lord.
Smart.
Dusk till dawn. Ah, lavender oil. She always loved lavender oil, even as a girl.
I am a knight.
An anointed knight, yes. Tell me, did Cersei have you knighted before or after she took you into her bed?
Oh, man. This imp is smart. He knows what's going on. Plus, I mean, look at this guy. He's a little kid. Yeah, I mean, he might be a man, but he's not very much, like, he's not a knight. Come on now. This ain't no knight. I'm more of a knight than he is, and I'm not a knight either. Man. Oh, jeez.
A high place in court, knighthood, my sister's legs spreading open for you at night. Oh, yes, it must have been terrible. Wait here. His Grace will want to hear this.
Oh, man. I like it. That's funny. That's funny. This imp is very clever. Very clever.
Understanding. Oh, you don't have a cup. Oh, well. Smile, cousin. My sister is a beautiful woman, and it's all for the good of the realm. Go back and tell her that I beg her forgiveness, that I want no more conflict between us, and that henceforth I shall do nothing without her consent. But that would not, strictly speaking, be true.
I like it. I like it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Man. Things are escalating at the castle. There is so many players in this game of chess. So many people. It's hard to keep track of who is on whose side, because technically, I mean, the imp is still a Lannister, but he seems to be wanting Sansa to be doing okay, Sansa Stark. So maybe it's a good thing that he's the king's hand for now. Obviously, as soon as his dad comes back, I mean, there goes the fun, you know? So, I don't know, we'll just see what happens.
Are you afraid, Onion Knight?
Onion Knight? Is that his name? Or is she calling him an onion? I'm intrigued. I don't know why she's going to shore. I don't know why they're smuggling her in. I'm assuming there's some sort of reason for it. I'm sure due time we will find out.
I'm talking about other women. Like me, Sir Devos. You want me. You want to see what's beneath this robe.
What the heck? Where'd that come from? Or is it true? I don't know. I mean, the way he's looking at her. I don't know. What the heck? What the? Okay. Whoa. That took a turn. What the heck is crawling out of her? Oh boy, that's crazy. What the heck? What the heck? Wow. Wow. What kind of demonic thing was that? Wow. Whoa. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. What a crazy episode, guys. That was pretty crazy. A lot going on. Couple things to mention. King Joffrey, man, he's just abusive and power hungry. I'm still not fully sure like why he's so abusive, like what made him the way he is. I mean, obviously he didn't have the best mom, didn't even know who his true dad was. And even if his dad, like, if we're going with his dad was the king, I mean, even the king admitted when he was dying that, you know, really he wasn't really a good father. He wasn't around very much. And so, you know, like, because of that, I mean, that doesn't help either. King Robert, I mean, he admitted that on his deathbed, said he was a bad father. So, but yeah, I mean, ordering to have all the king's bastards killed, and then also just the abuse on those ladies in the bedroom, and then his future bride. I mean, just very abusive, very unlikable character, just awful little kid. Not much of a king at all. Not very good king qualities. And then I just want to mention about Koth, the greatest city that ever was or ever will be. Beautiful. I want to live there. That's just awesome. The people seem really unique and kind of neat. I kind of like their storyline. I'd like to learn more about the 13 and, you know, how the city started. I'd like to learn more about the history of that city and the people in it, because it's very interesting, very intriguing. Good things to mention. So, you know, the Lannister, the king's hand, the rightful king's hand. Let me see here. Sorry. Tywin, Lord of the Castrel Rock. Castrel Rock, yeah. So he, man, I mean, taking Arya at as his cup maiden or whatever he called it. I mean, that's not good. You know, she's in the pocket of the Lannisters. Hopefully he doesn't find out who she is, though I wouldn't be surprised if he figures that out. But yeah, I mean, that's not good. But as far as the good thing that happened, though, he's saying, you know, we can't afford to torture and kill good, you know, young, healthy people. Because, you know, they do need more soldiers. They're losing the war against the Starks, it seems. At least every battle thus far, it seems to have been a loss. They mentioned earlier in the battle that, you know, the Lannisters lost 5 men to every one of the Starks. So, yeah, the odds are not in the Lannisters' favor at this moment in time. I still think that's going to change. I don't foresee the Starks coming out ahead long term. But again, I don't really know. I enjoyed seeing Khaleesi and that group there. That ending though, birthing of a demon. Like, I don't even know. I would assume it's a demon. I mean, spiritual creature of some sort, very dark in the shadows. So, I mean, maybe that's gonna give the Bannisters, the King Bannister, a head. You know, let me see here. I don't know why I said Bannister. Baratheons. I'm sorry, King Stannis Baratheon. You know, King Baratheon. If he's got that thing and other things fighting on his side, you know, they might do very well. Couple things to mention too. Are the longer videos okay? If you're still watching, do you enjoy them? Should I make them a little bit shorter? Because I can cut out some of the stuff I've said throughout the editing. But, you know, if you don't mind longer, like 30 to 40 minutes, and if I have enough things to say, you know, enough things to mention, I could continue to make them around that length. I don't want to go too long, but I also don't want to leave it like 10 minutes. Like, each episode deserves more than a 10-minute thought, you know. So I definitely want to give you your reaction. If you are still watching and you are not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please give it a consideration. We're at 97 right now, very close to 100 subscribers. Would love to hit 100 subscribers. That would be really awesome. So it'd be cool if you wanted to join and be a part of this journey. Those of you that are subscribed, consider leaving a like. Please leave a comment. Just if you have something to say, I'd like to hear it. Good or bad. If you enjoyed it or if you didn't, let me know. But yeah, other than that, I guess I'll see you all next week. Appreciate you tuning in and being here on this journey, and we'll see you next week. Bye. Also, in the filming of this end scene, Yara, my wife, told me I was mispronouncing all the names, and she could tell every name I was mispronouncing. So, I'm sorry. I am trying. I'm just not really good with names. I even am bad with people's names in real life. Like, I just don't remember people's names very easily.